Okay, so I tried this earlier and it didn't come through. This is actually a part 2. It's a little more detailed and things to look at in these cooperative agreements when you're using them for evidence as of impeachment. As you can see, this is the cooperative agreement that I showed earlier, and I don't know how well you can see it because we're on my phone, but we're going to go. I've got some sections highlighted, and the first section that I highlighted is this independence of the judiciary guaranteed. In section 1.2, it's on the 4th page of the PDF version. It's actually like page number 1 of the actual contract because they don't count the first pages. But anyway, it says this agreement is not intended to, nor does it in any way enlarge or reduce the jurisdiction of the court, nor is it intended to, nor does it in any manner encroach upon the independence of the judiciary in the determination of the issues of any case in the court. Now, I'm going to say that in reading that, and I said in the last video that, yeah, that's bullcrap, how can it be? But when you read it, the way that I'm looking at this, what they're saying is, domestic relations section, these Title 40 agency is not a court, and the courts don't have jurisdiction, period. That's it. That's what it says. Okay? So then we're going to go down here a little farther. And you got to remember, the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, or what's also referred to as the Constitution of Pennsylvania, they use both, it doesn't matter. That's the limits on government, guys. That's where your rights are laid out that they're supposed to protect. Okay? They're not supposed to violate your rights. And I'm going to give you a case law on that here in this video as well. And I'm going down here to the next highlighted section, which I believe is section 10. Yeah, section 10. Term amendment and cancellation, section 10.2. Amendments or waivers. It is agreed that this cooperative agreement shall conform to all present state and federal laws and regulations, and any future changes in these laws and regulations. Okay? Again, the Constitution is the law. That's what they're supposed to go by. The general terms and conditions applicable to this cooperative agreement are attached here to and incorporated by reference herein in Attachment E. Let's look at Attachment E. First, I want to show you, though, here's the signatures of the office holders. First, the county commissioners sign it, as you can see. President, Judge, Secretary, Department of Public Welfare, Chief Counsel, Department of Public Welfare, Deputy Counsel, Office of General Counsel, Deputy Attorney General, Office of the Attorney General. So if you think you're going to get an attorney to help you, look who's in charge, guys. And then the Department of Public Welfare Secretary. So that's Attachment A. We're going to roll down here, and look, the governor's office is even involved. Good luck getting any help with him. I'm going down here to Attachment E because that's important for me to kind of break down for you guys, just to help in this impeachment process that I talked about earlier. Now, the impeachment is a sole power of the House to do impeachments, okay? So you have to take the impeachment process to the House. But here's Attachment E, General Terms and Conditions. 2 sections here. Number 2, independent contractor. In performing the services required by the contract, the contractor will act as an independent contractor and not as an employee or agent of the Commonwealth. They're not part of the government. They're not part of any government agency. They're independent. Everyone that signed it are contractors. That means that guy that signed it as a judge, he did it on his own, not on his office, but he's not supposed to do that anyway, according to the Constitution. It's Article 5, Section 17, Pennsylvania Constitution. It's a prohibited activity to be a part of any office in a political subdivision. Compliance with the law. The contractor shall comply with all applicable federal and state laws and regulations and local ordinance in the performance of the contract. Well, they aren't doing that. So let's go down here a little farther. Let me show you. These guys, I'm telling you, these people signed this thing 3 different times. It's not like they didn't know what was in here. The next highlighted section has to do with lobbying. And again, sorry for the choppiness on the video. The first one there, we got the governor's office involved again. County commissioners. President Judge of the Court of Common Pleas, 39th Judicial District. It's wrong. That's a violation. That's prohibited activities. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to see lobbying activities. It is a type of federal action. C is what they have here, cooperative agreement. B, initial award. A, initial filing. The reporting entity is a subawardee, Department of Public Welfare, which they've actually changed the name of. It's Department of Health and Human Services for the federal and Department of Human Services for Pennsylvania. You can look that up. Child Support Enforcement. Guess who signed it? Douglas W. Herman N., President Judge, 39th Judicial District. Now, this is going on in every single county, guys. Every single county, the 67 counties of Pennsylvania. We need to get together and stop this crap. Now, I'm going to show you the very last 2 pages, and then I'm going to go on to that case law. Office of the Attorney General. I just wanted to show you that they're involved, so good luck reporting them to them because they're just going to hold up the cooperative agreement because they're signatories. See? Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Office of General Counsel. Anyone that's an attorney in the Commonwealth is going to have a big challenge trying to do anything for you. All right? So let's look at this case. Now, this is the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, Middle District. And although it's not the Supreme Court of the United States, it's still pretty powerful, especially within Pennsylvania. The case number is 75 MAP 2016. It's Sprague versus Cortez. And although this is not a child support case, it has to do with the constitutional amendment that was attempted in 2016 to give the judges 5 more years in office. You can read it for yourself. Basically, this is a challenge because they didn't include the proper language on the ballot. And it's another attempt at deception, which we all know, or should know by now, that they attempt to deceive us at every chance. So let's go down here, and I have a highlighted section that I want you to read. I missed it. Sorry, if you just bear with me here till I get there. Let's keep going, keep going. And I could have done this easier if I had another hand, but I don't have another hand. So here we are. When we construe a provision of the Pennsylvania Constitution, our ultimate touchstone is the actual language of the Constitution itself, which must be interpreted in its popular sense as understood by the people when they voted its adoption. And there's some other case law there. And then there it says, constitutional provisions are not to be read in a strained or technical manner. Rather, they must be given ordinary, natural interpretation that the ratifying voter would give them. That means attorneys can't interpret it. They can't argue with you about what you think it means or what you read it to mean. It means what you say it means. Plain and simple. Now, this is from 2016. It's not that old, and I'm pretty sure they're going to uphold it. I mean, it's the Supreme Court of Pennsylvania, but if you learn this case, you'll be able to argue this. So those are some more tidbits and tads for you guys to look up and enjoy in your little battle here with the domestic relations and those thieves that are trying to take your money and profit through the incentive programs in that cooperative agreement. There's some other people out there that got some really good information. If you're really in the beginnings of this, you should look at Amen Osiris and Rick W's stuff. Amen does a really good job of breaking down the statutes and codes so you understand what's going on. Rick has a lot of good stuff, a lot of good case law, and different ways to thwart their attempts. But good luck with everything, and do your research, guys. Look it up.